Ayo, welcome. How is everybody today? Hey, it's 2 a.m. for you. You have to go to sleep. Okay, well, you take care. Why? I'm sorry, I cannot say your name. Hey, Easy Apic. Hey, I Tristan. I know you're not I Tristan. Hey, Obotify. Hey, Marigold. How are you all? Let's get things going. I'm doing wonderful. It is a nice, chilly evening with no real worries or stresses to concern ourselves over, and we're gonna make a fucking building, and it's gonna be amazing. Hey, Ciroc Drip. Hey, Oreo Craze. Hey, T for the Handsome. Or is that Tor the Handsome? My bad. Hey, Simon M. I love that name. You gotta go to bed? Okay, I'll take care, man. Obsidian. Let's make it, what, 15? Yeah, let's try 15. Okay. It's gonna be kind of like those, but slightly different. Let me move this over a tiny bit because I don't want everything to interfere. Right here. So that's the exact center. Cool. It's 30 and outside for you. Okay. Well, lucky. Wait, 30 Celsius? Dude, that's hot. Oh, you don't have air conditioning. I see what you mean now. Yeah, okay. Wow, damn, that sucks. Hope you can get an air conditioning system of some kind soon. That's gonna be a hellish. Oh, excuse me. That's gonna be a hellish situation to live in. What country do you live in? Australia? Yeah, you must live in Australia. That's the only place I can think of that's 30 degrees Celsius this time of year. It's middle of summer for you guys, isn't it? And we can't use the house you're renters. Ah, yeah, I figured. Yep, Australia. Welcome to Australia, where the whole fucking country is out to kill you. Got a problem. I'm gonna have to. Well, I can keep this. I can keep it like this, and then just shrink this side by 1 block. There we go. Well, you enjoy your hot as hell weather. I'd personally, I couldn't stand that. Well, come to think of it, I live in Mississippi, and it does get to be about that hot, if not a little bit hotter at some parts. I can remember having to be naked a few times just to bear being, you know, just in general, just because it would get so hot. Let's make this 16 blocks tall. Oh, damn. It might be too tall. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's everything's going well. Let's see here. Normally I answer questions, and I guess tonight should be no exception. Let's see here. 31C here in the Philippines. Oh, yeah, you're in the Philippines. The Philippines are all, well, hell. I've never heard a single good thing about the Philippines. No offense. Like, I've heard so many people get, like, not upset, but like, they'll lament the fact that they're in the Philippines, I guess. I've heard so many people do that. I feel bad for people in the Philippines if it's really that terrible. Not that I would really know. I just, you know, I've only ever heard. But yeah. Hey, MoU16, hi. Welcome. Should America switch to metric? I wouldn't give a shit if it did or didn't. I can use both systems, so it doesn't make a difference to me. Metric is just kind of whatever. As a scientist, I've had to use it more times than I care to admit, and so I've just gotten used to it. And of course, imperial units are used in everyday life, so I'm just like, well, yeah, that's normal too. So I've just learned to convert and make sense of it, you know? Sometimes that is how it is. It be how it be. And all that. So I suggest you kind of get used to it too. Metric system can be... It can be a pain, but it can be a good thing. I don't know, it just depends. It's not only the start of summer, so it's not really hot. In January gets to 45. Oh my god, yes, that's like the exact opposite of here. January, February is when it gets to be the absolute most bitterly cold. So January, February is probably you guys' hottest. Because, you know, you're in the southern hemisphere, so it's topsy-turvy land, upside down. Living upside down, I mean. You got the crazy inverse weather. Summer is winter, winter is summer, up is down, down is up. Left is right, right is left. God, it must be weird living in an upside-down world. Like Australia. But you have my pity. You are a strange man and you have my pity. No, I'm kidding. It's interesting hearing about the lives of people from other countries. Just how it can be so drastically different. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh, just barely. Oh, that just barely conflicts. But I like it enough. I think I'll keep it. Now then. Let me go ahead and make a little lip here on the edge just to kind of give everything a place for the stairs to adhere. Otherwise the stairs will poke through from the underside and it might look weird. But yeah, alright, you're gonna leave. Well, take care, Easy Apic. Friends that live in Australia are stuck in the US at the moment, so they can wake up in the middle of the night just for you. Uh-huh. Well, I wish them the best if they're stuck here for the... What are they, foreign exchange students? Yeah, that must be something. I would never consider doing a foreign exchange thing myself. I wouldn't. I would not dare. It's weird to you because Imperial stuff seems to be more natural designing stuff. However, metric is more intuitive. I think it's the fact that you probably grew up hearing metric. Or not metric. You probably grew up hearing Imperial. And then over time, because you've had to use the metric system just because a lot of science is based around it, you just learned how to use it intuitively. But like any system would naturally become intuitive over time. You wouldn't really like... You'd be able to make something of it, you know? You wouldn't really have that much of a problem with it. If there was only one system the entire world used, you would think of it that way. Likewise, the Imperial and metric systems could both be discarded tomorrow for some completely different system. And if everybody's on the same page and everybody agrees to use it, then that's just what it is. Systems by nature are arbitrary. So it doesn't really matter what, you know, feels intuitive or whatever. You're just exposed to what you're exposed to. And your body and mind adjust simply because you've had to use that for however long. It's a good idea to be well versed in both systems, though. It really is. Metric is just one of those things. GTA 6 or Minecraft 2? Neither. GTA is shit, and Minecraft 2 doesn't need to exist yet. Let's do smooth. Smooth quartz 30. There we go. Wonderful. Cool. Now then, on to the questions. Before I get too engrossed in what I'm doing again. This person asks, have I ever wrecked a barge? No. When would I ever drive a barge? Like, I'm not a barge driver. I've never had any experience with barges. That's such an off-the-wall question. Like, I really, really wish I hadn't gotten rid of names sometimes, just because, like, weird ones like this come up. No offense to that person, but, like, I want to know who thought of that. Who's the crazy person I need to ignore? Have I ever wrecked a barge? No, but I wrecked your mom last night. But, Tish. No, but in all seriousness, like, I'm pretty sure wrecking a barge is a serious thing. Like, if I had, I probably wouldn't be talking about it. I'd be like, no, that's personal. Don't ask that. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm not sure quite how to handle the question, how to react to it. It's so weird. Oh well. Thoughts on clouds? I really like clouds. They're cool. They're puffy and they're feathery and whimsical looking. I once dreamed of making a castle out of wool. Funny enough, I was going to do that at Aureus way back when I got invited to Aureus. Like, that was the very first thing I was going to do. I was going to get like light blue and pink and white wool and just make a castle with like a quartz interior of some kind. And that was going to be the build I was going to make at Aureus, but like it never panned out. It was very sad because I really loved Aureus. Bodecken was another place that I was heavily considering doing that at, but then Bodecken also got trashed. So yeah, it just never really, never went anywhere. Very sad. But hey, what can you do? Thoughts on, this is a person's name, and I'm not going to say names just because that's like singling people out. Thoughts on this person's name. He's someone I know. I think he's a really cool guy. He's a mod. He does a good job. Has some good ideas on occasion. I'm not going to say anything more than that because it'll give away who he is. But, you know, I like him. I made him a mod for a reason. He very clearly believes in me. And I hope he can get his little interviewing project, whatever project it is he's currently working on. I hope we can get him off the ground. I hope he can get it working. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how well it's working out for him. I just don't know. I mean, it doesn't mean anything that it is or isn't working out. I just have no idea what his, he interviewed me for a project that he did a while ago, and I was just curious if he'll continue doing stuff of that nature. He sounds like he wants to be a documentary maker of some kind. So I don't know, something like that. But yeah, great question. I know exactly who asked that one too, because it's directly from and about him. So, oh well. You hate Minecraft clouds? They're annoying. Yeah, they suck. But like this would have been a castle made out of wool, and it would have looked like an actual cloud from a distance. Picture the Cloud Club on 2B2T or Cloudsdale. but better. And made by me. And like in the shape of a castle or something. That's essentially what I was going for. No idea if it would ever pan out or anything. I might try doing something like that eventually. Making a castle out of wool and quartz and whatever else. Just to sort of make it look like it's an actual, you know, cloud-based whatever. That reminds me of a mod that I once played. It was a, I think it was a Feed the Beast mod. And it added actual clouds. Like it had real, actual, transparent, see-through, like, cloud. I think you could even make an item out of it. I don't remember. And it was just really interesting. You could stand on it, but you could only stand on, like, the bottom part of the block. You sank so deep into the cloud that you were standing on the very back of it. It's very strange. And I just thought that was a cool idea, but I never got to do anything with it. So I don't know. You gotta go get a bottle of Joe and you're ready for the show. Oh, okay. Well, hope you were successful. I don't know what the fuck a bottle of Joe is supposed to be. Unless you mean coffee. Like a cup of Joe. But I haven't heard coffee referred to as a cup of Joe in ages. There we go. Okay. It's getting there. Let's see here. Nope. Stand right here. Hollow cylinder. Quartz pillars. Let's make this 14. Damn. Okay, let's make 13. Nope. Let's make it 12. Hey, that's more like it. Perfect. Now then, let's see here. You know what mod it is? Thoughts on his chaos? No comment. I don't want to make any comments about people's behavior if I don't need to. Just because that's the stuff that will cause trouble. So no, no comment on anything. Nice try though. But better facts. Who's Nerds Inc? A group of people who have had it out for me for a while. And other people. They're really kind of indiscriminate, actually. They're all predators from what I understand. They're not nice people. So I'd steer away from them if I were you. Steer clear. You're there be nerds. But yeah. The only block you use to build really old school blocks, it can build better with them. Okay. I mean, old school is well, all well and good, but I prefer having like some of the new stuff. There's a lot of really good new blocks that I couldn't live without, honestly. Blackstone, Blackstone's amazing. I may use mostly older blocks with this build, but like things like chains, things like what else? What else is really new that's interesting? Stuff like that. Like I can't think of too much right at the moment, but you know. it's worth it to have some of the new stuff. That's all I'm saying. The new blocks are definitely not too bad. I just wish they would go ahead and add the sideways stairs and slabs. Whoops. That would be a tremendous help. Sideways stairs and slabs. You're gonna live it. Finishing up my No Life video. Ah, okay. So yeah, how did everybody like No Life? I loved it. I didn't really feel like it was a challenge, but then nothing has really gotten underway yet, so like you really can't judge it by the first episode. The first episode is just such a, I don't know, such a, I don't know, it's going to be very different, I have a feeling. The second, third, fourth, and so on episodes are not going to be anything like what this first episode was like. I've heard that it's Squid Game-esque, that they're going to be Squid Game style games where if you lose, you die. So that's going to be interesting. That's definitely going to be interesting. We'll have to see where it takes us. Oh shit. Undo. Stack without air. There we go. Okay, good. Now then. Let me just go ahead and pile on another layer here. Now then, Minecraft is never going to do make side slabs. They said it ruins creativity. It doesn't. It would open up creativity. Mojang is just being stupid. I know they said they'll never do it, but if we complain hard enough, they'll have to do it. If we make it, you know, happen by like making enough people want it, they eventually give in. It may take a while, but they would eventually give in. I definitely want them. It would make things so much more interesting in this game. You'd be able to make so many more interesting, dynamic things. Their assumptions and justifications for why it shouldn't happen is just like... It's proof that they don't play their own game. Like, they genuinely don't understand what makes their game good. Ugh. But whatever, I rant about that all the time, that particular topic. Try to steer clear of it for today. Why do you need to be a moderator? I can't even pronounce your name. Who even are you? Oh, you're that blank guy, aren't you? Yeah, again, don't ask for mod, man. Seriously. You were Rick Astley. Well, I'm Rick James, bitch. There we go. I have no idea what this building is going to be used for. Please tell me. Oh, good morning, Mako. Or Maoko, or however you say it. Let's see here. Are glow squids based? No, glow squids were a mistake. However, the glow squid was like the lesser of two evils, I think. The mob vote last year, basically, is what this question is referring to. Yeah, there were no good options last year for the mob vote. It's a real shame, too, because, like, I feel like if we'd actually gotten a good mob, 1.17 wouldn't have been such a disappointment. But, like, I don't know that it would have been possible to make a... I don't know. We don't really have enough information on the other two mobs that didn't get voted on. So the glow squid is interestingly, as useless as it seems, like the glow squid, I don't know. Glow ink isn't such a bad idea, I guess. I'm not against it, just that I kind of wish we'd had a better option. But whatever, maybe someday they'll give us the option to vote on older ideas. Maybe. I can dream. I can hope. Stream just crashed. Refresh your page, man. Just drink your coffee and wait until the time to get on the bus. You don't understand. Who doesn't understand? Me or someone else? No one knows how to spell it. Oh. Make me mod. Do you have a job? No, but I will make you banned. Dumbass. That was weird, but whatever. Some people, I tell you. Press F to, or no, that would be to pay respects. So I guess press S to spit on his grave. I don't know. Hard to say which. You're going to be a dumbass in my chat. I'm going to take you out. I brought you into this chat and I can take you out. Has anybody's father ever said that to them? I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it. That shit always sounded so lame to me. But not as lame as me figuring out that I've kind of become my father in a lot of ways. Ugh. Press S. That is brutal. Yeah, press S to spit on Valor's grave. Press S to spit on his grave, folks. Not I'm asking Jack. What? You sound like Jack the Ripper. Boy, have I got a surprise for you then. I might just be Jack the Ripper. And who knows, maybe even more based than Jack the Ripper. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just rattling shit off at this point. Respect the determination to continue it. Oh, well, thank you, Jose. I do try. I'm trying to get this place in a semi-presentable state. It isn't going to be easy, but, you know. There's so much left to do. It's not it's unreal. It really is. Whoops. Let's just do Phil. There we go. Oh, wait. Whoops. I done did it wrong. Now I realize where I went wrong. Ugh. Oh, well. Easy mistake to correct. How that? I think if even Mojang gives us what they want, they aren't going to give us what we want. Because, like, think about how much they failed to complete on 117, 118. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm skeptical about Sideways Slap. Well, I mean, surely they couldn't fuck that up, right? Surely they wouldn't fuck that up. Surely they could at least add sideways stairs and slabs in a somewhat peaceful manner that actually just does, you know, exactly what it needs to do. Like, there's a way to do it without it being silly or dumb or whatever. Like, it would be as simple as, because I know this is a big thing, just so that I can crush this right now. This is a big deal, is so when you place an item, depending on where you place it, it can place upside down or right side up. So how would I place a sideways stair? And the answer is you place it in whatever orientation you want initially, and then you'd right click it with a pickaxe. And that would fix it. Like, it would be super simple. It really would be. It really requires, like, no thought whatsoever. It would give the pickaxe an alternate fire of sorts. You'd be able to easily, you know, move a slab or a stair around. And it would be sort of like prying it up with a crowbar or something. I don't know. Something like that. It could work. I think Mojang is just creatively bankrupt. They just don't have enough, I don't know, oomph in them quite yet. Maybe they're devoting that to that wild update or whatever it is they're doing soon. We'll see. Still don't know how that's going to pan out, but oh well. Hey Jack, whatever makes a server so we could play with me. I've thought about that, but like it's so much trouble to do that, to set it up, to maintain it, to moderate it. Like it would have to have rules. That's the problem. Because there's no way I'd be able to keep it running if I didn't have some means of keeping it running, you know. And like it would just be a nightmare. I really wouldn't want that, like seriously. Something about the idea of just running a server with a bunch of people on it just sounds like it would be a recipe for disaster. So I don't know. It's probably not going to happen. Sorry. Oh, hey, Estival Hydra? Hey, what are we starting on? Just a building. Something that just came to mind. Really not sure what I want it to be yet. Hey, wait a sec. Oh, okay. Let's put that there. Okay, cool. So this is the exact center. Sphere. Guess obsidian. $15? Yeah, that ate it completely. I'm gonna have to do it right here. This way I've got enough space to tweak it. That should do it. Oh, hey, Puff. Minecraft is trash, Fortnite is better. No, you. If Minecraft is so bad, then don't be here. Nobody said you have to be here. How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that'll work. 15. Well, let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hopefully that didn't. It did. But it's one block too low. See if that does it. Oh yes. Oh yes. Perfect. Love it. Now then, let's get rid of this thing. Oh, you watched No Life. What was everybody's opinions on the No Life stuff? How has everybody taken to that? Hope you all are ready for episode 2, because I have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it myself. Here's hoping we can keep the fun going and I don't die or anything shitty happens. No promises, of course. Like, if I die, I die. That's just how it is. Ow, my ass. Ow. But, you know, it should be alright. Like seeing another dimension of Jack with No Life. Yeah. I don't really feel like there was much to show off. I considered releasing the raw footage at some point. But it was just me concentrating a lot. Like, there was no real meta gaming, you know? It was just me thinking about what I was doing. And I wasn't even really, like, trying to maintain any sort of entertainment. You know, like, for example, right now, I'm trying to be entertaining by talking and, like, keeping people somewhat interested in what I'm doing or saying. But with No Life, I was just, like, I was silent for most of it. I said some stuff, and that ended up in some other people's episodes, but it was just in the moment stuff. It wasn't really, like, super interesting or super useful. And so it just, I don't know. I want to stream it Saturday just because, like, we're going to be doing a game. And I have no idea what a game is for No Life. All I know is that I've heard it's like Squid Game. Which sounds really fucking cool, don't get me wrong. But, like, you know. Just, I don't know what to expect. And yeah, that should at least be somewhat interesting. But we'll see. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a middle section here. Just to see how this looks. Oh, I kind of like that. I got to do some work in Adobe Photoshop for a poster. Oh, I see. Put this up on the background. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Charcoal. I'm happy that someone likes listening to me while they do whatever work it is they have to do. It makes me feel like I'm at least somewhat appreciated. What type of poster are you working on? Oh well. While Charcoal answers that, let me get back into questions. Is hair useful? What? Yes, hair is extremely useful. It is an evolutionary advantage to have hair. At least it used to be. It's still valuable and all that. People love the hair on their head. A lot of people love it a little too much. But you know, it is what it is. It was probably a way to keep our ancient ancestors warm or something. What does hair do that cloth doesn't? Yeah, that's another good point. Like, I don't know. It could be that its time has kind of... The time for hair has stopped really... You know, it's not prominent like it used to be. I don't know. People still value how it looks. Hair on their head, I mean. So it's whatever. People like what they like. Can't much fault them for it. I do like my own hair. You know, I'm not against it. I have oh shit. I have fairly long hair. And yeah, I just, you know, I wear it in a ponytail. It's not too bad. It looks okay. I mean, a lot of people like it. So yeah, hair is pretty all right, I'd say. Jack equals fit. No, not even. I am not bald. Fit is bald. I am the opposite of bald. I have a head full of hair. I'm honestly not sure why people think I have anything to do with fit. I haven't been in the fit fam in ages. You know, like everybody else, I've just kind of lost my interest and moved on to other things. I used to enjoy his videos a lot, but sadly, it just kind of... It's one of those things, you know? I'm gonna put a slab here. Ooh, I like that. I'm kind of wondering if there's even any new stuff to report on other than, like, I guess No Life. I don't know. You and Fit are best bros in real life? No, I've never met Fit in real life. I mean, yeah, we could be friends in real life, but we live in different states. I have very little in common. Well, not that little. I have a small number of things in common with him. But, like, overall, Fit is Fit. I am me. We are two separate people. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where people get this obsession with Fit, and by proxy with me. I'm really not sure what that's all about. It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not used to people, especially the people who are all like daddy, daddy, daddy. Like, why the fuck do you need a daddy so much? And why does it have to be me, or why does it have to be fit? Like, I genuinely don't get that, unless it's just some sort of meme. In which case, I guess I look foolish? I don't know. Hard to say. I can't hardly tell sometimes. The only way you keep watching, keep yourself interested while watching with friends is making bald jokes. You mean bald jokes or something else? Also, there are orphans. They do exist. Yeah, but what about them? Orphans aren't like... Orphans aren't the ones yelling, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." It's you people. Like, the rabid fans who have parents, probably. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're the ones going, "Daddy, daddy, daddy," and it's just like... That's weird. It really is. Orphans need daddies. Yes, I'm aware, but, like, again, it's generally not the orphans saying stuff like that. How do I know how to build? 12 years of experience. The Game Awards was really boring. Oh, yeah, probably. You watched the Game Awards. What'd you expect? I know how to build from experimenting and just having an eye for detail, I guess. If you can make something feel less... What's a good word for this? If you can make something feel less boring and flat and give it detail and make it interesting, you can generally build well if you know how to do that. It's just a matter of knowing how to mix and match texture, color, and I don't know, just general design, really. I've been doing this since January 2010. Like, making things happen in Minecraft is not new to me. I'm very well versed at it. There we go. Okay, let me get on to the next one. Next question here. Am I male? Obviously. Like, that should just go without saying. I don't know why that question needed to be asked, but sure. Whatever. I'm very clearly a man. No two ways about it. I'm sure there are, you know, those who don't like that. Oh well. They'll get over it, or they won't. But, you know, I'm just me. Let's see here. Am I an alpha male? Oh, okay, so it's that kind of question. That explains why they ask that. I don't really see myself as an alpha male. There's that stupid Sigma male meme going around. So I don't know. I guess I could claim to be Sigma male or some shit. Some dumb shit like that. There's never an end to the dumbassery, it seems. I guess I shouldn't really be that surprised. In all honesty. People are what they are, I guess. I don't know. Should have just stacked it like so. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Looks kind of charming. I don't know. And then I want to kind of cut into this just a little bit. Just like right there. Here we go. What the fuck is a Sigma male? Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't even know what it's supposed to mean. I just know that it's a dumb meme that's been going around, and it's whatever. Oh my god, I've got to oil this damn chair. This poor creaky ass chair. There we go. Now then, have I ever been to Japan? No, I have not. I'm not really sure that I'll ever go to Japan. It really isn't a thing that I want to do. I've never really given it much thought. I know there are a lot of weebs who, like, are in love with the idea of going to Japan. I'm not one of them. I don't really care, to be quite honest. So, like, yeah, I don't wanna. I'm not the type of person who wants to go travel abroad. I'm content just living where I live and how I live, you know? There's no real reason for me to, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe that'll change in the future, but for right now, no. No, for right now, that ain't happening. Okay. How has my music taste evolved? Oh, man. Well, the thing of it is, when I got into anime, I really loved, like, J-pop and J-rock, and I still like a lot of that stuff. But, as I had a job, I would, of course, drive, you know, to work a lot. And on the radio, I would hear a lot of older 70s and 80s and 90s songs that I really loved. Some of them I remember, some of them were just, like, brand new to me. Some of these songs are just, like, amazing. And so I just sort of grew to have a balanced approach to liking J-pop and J-rock versus, you know, stuff from the 90s or 80s or whenever. And it's just interesting. That's all. Ooh. Okay, I should do this every 3. Like that. See if that looks good. Oh, that looks great. Yes, I love that. 2, 3. So, I mean, oh shit. It's every 4 blocks. So, I mean, going to Japan isn't really like high up on the list or anything, but I wouldn't. I don't know. It depends on the situation, like I said. Some things I'm willing to do, some things I'm not willing to do in the moment, but maybe later on down the road I'll reconsider. I don't know. It just depends. It's just one of those things. You have a feel for it or you don't, you know. Jack, can you suggest your music? It's rock or metal? No, you cannot suggest music because this is like copyright free stuff. I can't use copyrighted music. Duh. Like, that should just go without saying, but there's so much stuff that I listen to that is copyrighted. And so you just kind of have to accept that that is the way things are. Because YouTube will give you a damn hard time if you try. YouTube is like... I can't like say too much, obviously, but YouTube is like awful. I will be so happy if a different platform takes over this one. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but who knows? Wild shit has happened before. One can hope. I'm hoping to not have to worry so much about like music and other things of that nature. It's the best song in the word out of Never Gonna Give You Up or Teenage... What? Learn to English properly, Space Nerd. I can barely understand what you're asking me. Now then, where do I want the entrance to this to be? Oh, that's dolphin whistling I'm hearing. I thought I was hearing that. Or actually, I thought I was hearing parrots whistling. Watching this while taking an exam. Ooh. Can I fly up and show you all the build? Yeah, I will at the end. There's a lot to show off, so, you know, stick around till then. What's my favorite song? Ooh. Dust in the Wind by Kansas. Dust in the Wind is just one of those amazing songs. Dust in the Wind has a melancholic beauty to it. Oh my god, it's such a good song. All we are is dust in the wind. And like, that's a sad thing, for sure, but like, it's a good lesson to learn. And not for the reasons you might think. Most people don't want to learn that lesson. Which is sad, but oh well. You'll learn that lesson sooner or later, whether you like it or not. All we are is dust in the wind. So yeah, Dust in the Wind by Kansas. I'm very partial to Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions. Really love that one. What's another really fun song that I like? Shit, I can't think of it. The JoJo has some pretty good music in it too. I'm a real fan of a lot of the JoJo songs. And before anyone asks, yes, I am a JoJo fan. There we go. It's just, you know, there's a lot of good stuff out there. So picking any one thing is just like nearly impossible. Yeah, JoJo has Roundabout by Yes. I like a lot of Yes's songs. I've found a few of them. They're pretty good. And then what else? I got back into Savage Garden, funny enough, from JoJo, I mean. Since they were featured in part 4. Actually, I think I'll make the entrance up here, where you kind of have to fly in with an elytra. I don't know. That's interesting. Something like this. There we are. So yeah, lots of really great stuff out there that, like I said, I wish I could play some of that stuff, but you know, it's out of my hands. Like JoJo's, but you're an experienced weeb. Aha. Have to go to Jenner, Jack. Bye. Take care. Now, how do you define being an experienced weeb, Charcoal? What is experienced to you? Do you like, I don't know, idle shit? Is that how you define experienced? Are you into the, I don't know, whatever the weekly anime Shonen Jump is? Whatever the flavor of the month happens to be. Okay. Weeb experience is measured in tonnage. Yeah, I guess so. I thought it was measured in wattage. That's very weird. There we go. So much to copy in this inner area. In fact, speaking of music, I've got Panic at the Disco's I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. I got that song stuck in my head right now. So that's fun. I have no idea why that song just suddenly popped into my head, but it did. And so now I got that stuck in there for good measure. Shit. There we go. Keep misclicking and putting the stair in the wrong place. What the, F YouTube bar going back again, bruh. I have no idea, TX Fire. I have no idea what's the problem with that. You've been watching anime for more than 5 years. Well, that is at least more than no experience. But that's only like barely. I have, you know, a whopping 5 years experience, and I'm just like, okay. I've got easily over 20, but sure. You know, who's counting? The years just fly by. Let's see now. I recently watched, Slime Tensei. I've been putting that one off for a very long time. So I finished that one a while ago. I don't know, about like 2 weeks ago. It was good. I liked it. What was another one that I semi-recently did? There's a bunch out there. ReZero. Watch that when it came out, obviously. ReZero was a trip. Come to think of it, I watched that last year. Again, I had been putting it off for a long time, so I just never did anything with it. And here we are. Isn't volume consumed over an interval of time? I don't know. Tip of wash Space Valk shirt inside out helped. Okay, well good. I'm glad, Mike. Yeah. I found out the hard way that your shirt, if you bought, say, a Space Valk shirt or anything quite like that, silk screened products can rub after time, and their print can wear off much more quickly. And so you will lose your shirt, figuratively speaking. You'll lose the pattern on the shirt that much faster. And so I told Mike to turn his shirt inside out, wash it that way. Come to think of it, I haven't worn it beyond that first time I did. Mushoku Tensei is typically described with good chef cooking. Ah. Well, good. I've been looking forward to Mushoku Tensei. I wanted to let it go a bit further and get a few more seasons or something before I bother watching it. I've kind of thought about just like, because like I'm not the type of person to want to sit and anticipate every single episode every week. I want to sit and watch all of it in one go when the season is over, or when the series preferably is over, so that I don't have to worry about sitting and wait. I can just be like, oh, if this is all done, I can marathon it in one sitting. Hell yeah. And then I can make an afternoon or 3 out of it, and it's fun. I enjoy that far more than just, I don't know. Anticipation kills me when I'm waiting for something. Wait a sec. Oh. So that's what ended up messing up. I see. So yeah, great questions. Next question's a doozy. Will you ever get sponsored by Raid Shady Shadow Legend? By Raid Shady Legends, or whatever. Raid Shadow Legends? I have no idea. Probably not. I have no desire to be, if that's what you're asking. Now wait a second here. Ah, fuck, that explains it. That explains why things were wonky. But yeah, Raid Shadow Legends, I have no fucking clue. I'm not likely to ever be sponsored for anything anyway, so like, hell if I know. I'd be willing to say no, not likely, just because, like, when would I ever do a sponsorship of that kind of thing? Saw a clip of me almost getting killed. Yes, I belly flopped a little too hard in hardcore mode the other night. That's where it messed up. Okay. That was Saturday, funny enough. That was when we were about to record No Life. Somewhere in there. And that didn't have anything to do with No Life. I just happened to, you know, get done. And it was right around that time that, yeah, I belly flopped too hard and nearly kecked myself. But I'm alright, you know. It didn't end badly. I have a totem on me. I'm good. Hardcore is hard until you get your first totem, and then it becomes piss easy. Hell, I would argue it's piss easy from the outset, just about. hardcore has never been particularly hard for me. I don't know. I think it's just due to the fact that I'm so experienced. I've done it so many damn times, you know? Hardcore, I can see the appeal, but at the same time, it's no different from vanilla. I think my years of living over the void helped in me figuring out how to not die and how to stay alive. Whoa. Oh, I fucked up. I was like, wait a minute, this pattern is wrong. There we go. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever get a sponsorship or anything like that. So no, I will not be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends or Raid Shady Legends, whatever. Whatever the fuck they are. I gotta wonder what the deal is with them. Like, I don't know. I've heard mixed things about Raid Shadow Legends, funny enough. Who are they exactly? Like, I've heard shit like they pay thousands of dollars a month to like all sorts of different people. And then I've heard like they don't pay money to anyone. They don't pay anybody, supposedly. So I don't understand what the deal is with Raid Shadow Legends. Like, are they shady? Are they just misunderstood? Like, hell if I know. It doesn't seem to make any sense. I'm gonna be real. Like, it's Raid Shadow Legends definitely, you know how they say, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends comes off as like way too good to be true. Something is up with them. And see, that's just it. I couldn't tell you what it is. So I don't know. Okay. So far, so good. I'm sure someone will do an expose or some sort of big bad documentary regarding / spoiling Raid Shadow Legends and their big bad Ponzi scheme or whatever it is they're in the middle of running. Who knows? Raid sounds like a Ponzi scheme, I'm not gonna lie. Just in the way that it's presented. It isn't even that it has to be genuinely bad. Just the fact that they can get so many people to like shill for them. And I get it, money. But like it's to the point where it's like kind of silly, you know? So I don't know. I've got to wonder if that's intentional on their part. If they knew they were making themselves into a meme, or if this was just like a happy accident and they'll take advantage of it. You wouldn't catch me dead playing Raid, by the way, just so you know. So even if I were to get some sort of a sponsorship, like, no, I wouldn't dare dream of it. Because like, I couldn't play a game, or let alone push a game, that I myself would have zero interest in playing. And that shit is just like, ugh. I definitely have zero interest in playing it. So I don't know. It's a weird world. Do I like cheesecake? Of course. Of course. I love cheesecake. Jack, I'm just cracked at craft. Yeah, I guess. I mean, 12 years of continual play will do that to you. You don't play this game as long as I have and not pick up some level of skill. And that's just from experience. It isn't even like I have a natural talent or whatever. I've heard so many people say, oh my God, you're so talented, you're a genius. Like, no. I've been playing this game since most of you were in elementary/middle school. I've been playing this game since before most of you even knew what the internet was. Like, that's a weird thing to say. Some of you are older than that, and so that doesn't apply to you. But like, 12 years is a long time. For some people, that's like, oh my God, that's like 80 to 50% of their lives. Like, even if you're in your 20s, like you're 24 or 26 right now, 12 years ago, you were a little kid. Like, yeah, you were probably a teenager, but you were still like effectively a little kid. You know, teenagers don't really have anything that kids don't already have anyway. So there's really not much of a difference between being a teen and being a kid. But regardless, like, that's just such a huge span of time for most people. And yet, funny enough, I was in college back then. So, like, yeah, just let this be a lesson. If you do something for a long enough period of time, you will get really good at it. That's just the law of averages. There's no shame in getting good at something you really like doing. Like, there's one dumbass that was questioning me this morning. And, like, he asked me, why do you still play Minecraft? Aren't you embarrassed to play Minecraft? Fuck no. Like, are you embarrassed to have hobbies? Are you embarrassed to have things you like? Once upon a time when I was a kid, yeah, I was embarrassed. Not about Minecraft. Minecraft didn't exist back then. But like when I was a kid, yeah, I was embarrassed to show off my hobbies. I was embarrassed to like tell people what I liked and who I was and all that shit. But like, that's just how kids are. You can't let, you should be proud of who you are and what you like. Liking a game like Minecraft is harmless. That's the thing. Like, this game is fun. It's interesting. I can express myself. Like, this is the shit. I love this. I didn't play 12 years of this game for no reason. I could have easily quit at any time just 'cause. And so, yeah, like, it just boggles the mind what people consider to be like silly or good or embarrassing or whatever, because I think 9 times out of 10 they're wrong. Waste of time for some people, but that's just it. Time spent enjoyably is not time wasted. I don't know how many times I had to say that on 2B2T itself. Like, there are so many people who were just so sad because they played Minecraft and they were like, "Oh, but I'm in my early teens. I'm in my not early teens, but I'm in my late teens. I'm in my early 20s. I ought to be doing this. I ought to be doing that. I need to get a life. I need to get a girlfriend." And I'm just like, you need to learn what's more valuable to you. And like, they were very clearly people who enjoyed playing Minecraft. 4, 5. They just let themselves feel guilty over the false perceptions of other people. 4, 5. Like, that's retarded. Don't do that. You will hate yourself. If you enjoy something, you have every right to enjoy it, provided it's legal. And, you know, letting other people color your perception of what you should or shouldn't do or what you should or shouldn't like, you're going to hate yourself. If you do that, you will not be happy with who you are. You have to embrace who you are and what you enjoy and what you like. But, you know, that's the folly of youth. You make silly mistakes from otherwise avoidable tragedy. So many of the older, and by that I mean the people who were some of the first people to play 2B2T, the ancient fags, as I call them. So many of those people were in high school when they started. And just something about, even though they were helplessly addicted to 2B2T, something about the idea of them playing 2B2T just made them want to die. They just could not stand the idea of being hooked on a server like 2B2T. Because they knew they were. They knew they were, you know, just absolutely snared. And some of them even clamored for the server to just die. Like, please let it end. Not because they, like, hated the server, but because they wanted to end their own suffering. But they were suffering because of themselves. That's the irony. Like, I always laughed at those poor fools because they would one day go, man, I miss 2B2T. Even I, who had to willingly give it up because it's such a terrible server now, even I'm like, yeah, man, I miss old 2B2T. I miss the way things were. And I do. It's just, ugh. It's heartbreaking. It really is. But, you know, I mean, life moves. Life changes. You either change with it or you don't. It's so sad when life changes and moves and leaves you behind, or you feel like you get left behind. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Only 19 people? Yeah, Gusto, don't worry about it. 19 people's not a bad number. I've certainly had less, so I'm happy for anyone who wants to take the time out to watch me. I try not to focus on numbering. Old 2B2T is considered 2010 pre-June 2016. I would say 2012 to 2017. Because 2010, 2011, or really not 2010, 2011. 2011 2B2T was a different Minecraft, a different world entirely. It was a different experience. It was its own foreign sort of world almost. Yeah, like Minecraft as we recognize it didn't really start till 2012. You know, with like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. Those versions, even though 1.5 was 2013, but you get the idea. That was old 2B2T in a nutshell. That was when it really kind of died, was the end of 2017 with the death of Priority Queue. The death of Priority Queue is what really killed 2B2T. I would like to think. Just because, like, the next year you would have the beginnings of no comms. You would have more and more YouTuber influence. The algorithm would pick up 2B2T stuff for YouTube, and 2B2T would never be the same again. And it would just cement the 1.12 experience. So yeah, I want to say 2017 was the last hurrah for 2B2T, and it just slowly withered from there. Ugh. Such a shame, too. Oh, what can you do? God, I'm yawning terribly. I've seen a streamer who went from peak of 200 now only 5 to 9, so even big numbers can dwindle easily. Oh, I know. Yep. I hope I can just grow and be happy and just not have to worry about any of the usual garbage. The usual stumbling blocks that a lot of people seem to fall over. But who knows, we'll We'll just have to wait, find out in time. Trying to sort of reverse engineer this spiral staircase here. Whoops. There we go. I think it's about consistency, as that person did take a month off. When he went back on, he played completely different games people just aren't interested in. No wonder. Welcome back, Space Nerd. Well, that's unfortunate, but yeah, people are very, very sort of callous when it comes to what they will or won't watch. Like, you don't want to be doing the same thing over and over and over, but you're punished if you don't do the same thing over and over and over. So it's a catch-22. It really is. You can't really just, like, expect everything to be fine forever. But God, it would be nice if it could. Oh, but yeah. What was Sato like? He was a cool guy. He would, of course, he'd do his little roleplay thing, but it wasn't that bad. A lot of people give Sato shit for things that were just not, like, his fault. A lot of people wanted to hate on the timeline idea, but were never capable of really making their own that was quite as snappy. And, like, Sato had the idea for the timeline first. The problem with that is, when you have the idea to do something first, it often ends up being, you end up being copycatted. And it's rare that anyone can do it as well as you did. When you're being copycatted, I mean. It's usually very obvious when someone is copycatting you and they're doing a lesser job. Something like that. And so yeah, Sato just... It was primarily the older section of 2B2T who was just like, no, this is shit. You're shit, Sato. How dare you do your roleplay LARPing thing. Which, like, he wasn't even really role-playing. That's the other thing. Like, I don't think a lot of these people who were quick to criticize Sato were doing it in good faith. They didn't really understand what the point was. And, like, yeah, Sato would make it sound more interesting or epic than it was, but there's some fun in that, you know? It's a lot like what Fit used to do in the early days of his channel. He would embellish that way, but he would embellish in a fun way. It's not so much fun anymore, but that's what got him his start, you know? And it's just like, people don't understand. Like, tall tales are a thing, you know? They're a part of human civilization, human culture. Like, people are going to tell stories, and then they're going to fix it a little, and they're going to go back and they're going to be like, well, maybe I should tell it this way. You know, the horse actually could run 100 miles an hour, or gallop 100 miles. You know, shit like that. Like, I'd like to think that all the tales that I've told about my exploits and other things on 2B2T. I would like to think that I've told those as objectively as I could. I probably haven't. I've probably forgotten a lot of stuff, sure. I probably even overly embellished on my own subconsciously. But that's human, you know? And like a lot of the people who were quick to criticize and poke fun at Sato were themselves equally just like, that's all they would ever do is just, no, you're shit. No, that's shit. Like, they could never hope to come up with anything on their own. If it wasn't shitting on someone or making themselves seem really fucking cool, they weren't good at it. You know? If you asked X0XP to tell you a story, he would suck at it. He would absolutely suck at it. And like, that's life, you know. You're not always as good as you think you are. I don't know. It's silliness. A lot of people were more than happy to be as big a dick as they could be on old school 2B2T. So I don't really miss that. But I do miss the wild, crazy freedom with which we would discuss topics. That was something I always had fun with. People were always quick to bring up, I mean, just all sorts of things. Politics. I can remember us talking about quantum physics in chat once upon a time. It was something. That person to go on to Pi Crew if they want somewhat personalized profile pic, Space Nerd. What? Logged on to Discord to find 10 DMs from the same person, asked me to make them a new profile pic. Oh, yeah. You would like to talk to X0XP? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, Mike. You would not want to talk to him. He's just a dumbass. Like, XO has ruined his life. That's something you will never hear from anyone else. Like, he's a smart guy. He did a lot of cool, fun shit on old school 2B2T, but he ruined his life. He's a shithead. Like, just, he is. And he's a self-righteous shithead. That's the worst kind. He thinks he's always right. He thinks he's, you know, the greatest whatever. I'm not even really sure what he thinks of himself anymore. I've steered clear of his ass for that very reason. XO is just not a person you would want to ever hang out with. And I know you don't think that, Mike, but trust me, you wouldn't enjoy it. There we go. Hey, it's a spiral staircase. So yeah, people like him are best left forgotten. I feel bad for X0XP because he ruined his life, but like, that's on him. But anyway, enough ranting about XO. So the next question is, would I ever be sponsored by Blue Apron? Now, honestly, Blue Apron sounds like a decent little service. I guess I would try them out. I don't know. I've never been. I've never touched anything by Blue Apron, so hell if I know. Realistically, like... Oh. Ah, Nguyen Mina. Thank you for subscribing. Wow, I haven't gotten a subscriber notification in a while now. Man, it's been some time. But anyway. So yeah, I guess if Blue Apron wanted to sponsor me or whatever, yeah, I'd be happy with them. I'd be happy trying out their product if they're actually, you know, legit. I've never really heard anything bad about them too, so that's another positive. Blue Apron, at least, you know, they've got food that I think they believe in. They believe in, you know, proper nutrition, things of that nature. Yeah, I'm fine with that, sure. Just so long as it's a decent little, you know, decent little backing. I'm not even really sure how that stuff works, to be honest. But yeah, if they sponsored me, whatever. That'd be pretty cool, I guess. I wouldn't turn them down like I definitely would turn down Rady Shady Shadow Legends. Those people are like, yikes. Oh, gotta pop my fingers. Oh, hey, Edic. How have you been? Did you enjoy No Life episode 1? I'm really looking forward to Saturday. Like, there's a lot of shit I really want to do now that I've got like I've watched everybody's episodes, and so like I've got a game plan as to what I want to try to accomplish. That is, of course, like outside the games. Still don't know what to expect with those. But yeah, like it's gonna be interesting. I'm just hoping I can get some glowstone really fast. Cause I have had already. Let's see here. Who was it? Some dude in. Fuck, where was it? Fuck, I can't find it now. Anyway, somebody in the No Life, wherever, basically promised that they would bed bomb me. Or said very, very, like, I don't know, passive-aggressively. It was like, yeah, you know, stay out of the nether, Jack, and then posted the bed emoji, and I'm like, uh-huh. And to be fair, it didn't even occur to me that people would be bed bombing. But yeah, like, people can get beds. It's not impossible to do in No Life. So that's entirely, like, that's real. Like, the threat of a bed bomb is totally legit. And it's super easy to make beds. I still haven't made one, but I need to. And so, like, I'm going to have to be on my toes to not get bed bombed. That would suck. Oh my god, that would suck. I would hate to be bed bombed and just like, that is actually such an unfair advantage, or an unfair PvP weapon. Like, it really is. Because, like, I get the feeling that we're supposed to be PvPing using the regular old methods, you know, bows, swords, etc. And so, like, yeah, it just, I can tell that there's a I don't know. I'm just hoping nobody will play unfairly. But I don't know. I don't know. Time has, time will tell. Time to grind power 5 and tons of harming 2 arrows. No, there's, harming 2 is not possible. Power 5 might be possible, though. I would have to get really lucky with fishing. One dude said make a fishing rod and then just get really lucky with fishing. And I guess that's a strat, maybe. But in all honesty, I think just getting diamond, if I can find diamond, and then just going wild, like, that's probably the best bet. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know about super powerful enchantments because, yeah, no books, bookshelves, other than the one book that I have. I still can't believe I didn't think to make a grindstone to get rid of the enchantment on the book. Shit. Kind of wish I'd thought of that in the heat of the moment, but oh well. It wouldn't have made much of a difference, really. But I suppose if I get enough iron, I could theoretically get iron with protection too. Full iron armor with protection too. There's no way I'd be able to do full diamond with protection too. That would just be way too many diamonds. But it would be nice, I suppose. Good night. Your mom just told you to go. Okay, well, go to bed, little boy. Go to bed, space nerd. You need your rest. Oh, shit. I copied this corner. One too many times. There we go. Did I hate anyone on 2B2T? Yes. Mostly the people associated and involved with the nerds. Oh, fuck. Copied the wrong damn thing. Most of those people were just assholes. They weren't worth knowing. Because, like, they were the ones who would take the game too far. They would, you know, they would take it out of whatever they shouldn't. They were the ones who were always trying to start a fight. Like, it just got silly after a while. Five, and then 3, 6, 7. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I hate hardcore so much. Nah, hardcore's nothing. It's not that bad. Hardcore is like, there's no difference between hardcore and vanilla. Like, any differences that you think are there are in your mind. You're just psyching yourself out. I've seen so many people who will think about something too hard in the middle of trying to do that something, and it will cause them to fail. They'll psych themselves out, and it's just like, you are your own worst enemy. Don't worry about it. When you do that, you make problems for yourself, basically. Because, like, it's like with this place. Like, if you had to build this place from scratch, would you be confident in your ability? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? But I would say just do it. Just don't worry about it. Just make something. And so with hardcore, that's my attitude. Just go in there. Just do it. Just beat the damn thing. Just win. You know, give it your best shot. Like, Stuff like that. And also, I think I will finish the building for right now. And I'm going to do a small, you know, tour about the place. Just because, you know, some people haven't seen it. Some people are kind of itching to see what I've got. Now, this section in here is all empty because I haven't gotten to it yet. But, yeah, there's a lot. I should do a pixel art of Space Valkyria when you have winter break. Yes, that would be really cool, Charcoal. Please do. What inspired Space Valkyria? Oh my god, so many things. Deep Space Nine, if you've ever heard of that. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Various concept pieces from Star Wars. The original Space Valkyria and Space Valkyria 2 also helped add to it. Just all sorts of various tiny things like that. They all contributed. You hate when you make a new world that you spawn in a jungle biome. Well, then find a seed where you don't fall into a jungle biome. Or spawn in a jungle biome, one of the two. Like, no one said you had to have, you know, a jungle be your starter. If you want, you can manipulate the seed. So yeah, this is all the place that I've been making. It's turned out pretty well, I'd say. Ooh, excuse me. I keep yawning. I'm moderately satisfied with it all. I need to pop into, where is it? There's this future city thing. And like, I enjoy flying around. Oh, that's right. This is an old, what's it? Yeah, I enjoy flying around in this one, just so that, because I don't even know whose world download this is. This is just some thing someone made a long time ago. And so I just enjoy sort of flying around and just looking at shit. Because there's not a whole lot inside these buildings, but like the sheer amount of work, like this one right here. This one looks fucking magnificent. I think this is what hotel? The last hotel. Huh, interesting. So yeah, like I love taking inspiration from stuff like this. Oh my god, this one's wacky too. So like I was inspired to a degree by this map as well. You gonna load in world? There we go. Wow, this is a weird one. So yeah, just stuff like this. Like, I enjoy doing stuff like this. I don't want to like copy these buildings exactly. But you know, just taking general inspiration from things like this. This map really like recharges my batteries, figuratively speaking. Oh my god, there are like so many of these. This building is beautiful. I want to say this was done in like 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. So yeah, you know, we shall continue on. Space Valkyria 3 will be as amazing as this map is. Ooh, what is this? I don't think I've even ever been to this section. This looks fucking cool. Oh, it's a nature reserve. Cool. So yeah, like, isn't that Cyberpunk World from Elysium Fire? That Elysium Fire build team did. Oh, I guess. I don't know. I just saw Cyber something city and I just downloaded it. I didn't pay attention beyond that. What is this? Oh, it's quartz chiseled and then white wool. Very odd combination. But yeah, I saw an old picture of this, and I had to do some sleuthing to find the world download. It was on Planet Minecraft somewhere. But yeah. Elysium Fire. That name does sound familiar, Poncho. It looks like you made it. No. Well, it's similar, but it's not quite the same. For example, they use quite a lot more plain white quartz, whereas I put more individual styling and detailing into some things. I don't know. That's just me. So yeah, I'm gonna run back over Future City 4.8. That was it. Whoa, cancel. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna make more stuff like this, basically. It's gonna be great. And I've got so much empty space to work with, so I can really make some cool shit. Whoa. There we go. Because like I've already got, you know, some buildings here and there that are just all over the place, I guess. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to take forever to get finished, but it's going to be interesting to see this place when it is fully complete. Someday. That day will be sooner rather than later, I'd say. I don't think it'll be too far off. But yeah, that is where I'm going to leave it all off for the day. I will catch y'all some other time. Y'all take care. Bye.